and gentlemen, welcome here to F1 2019 for Season 1, Round 18 of the 21 race calendar. And today we're going to do round number 18. Now, before we get into things, please subscribe, like and share if you want to see more content like this. But before we get into things, mainly, I want to talk about, a bit of a new format I'm going to do for career mode videos. I am no longer going to, basically, how can I put it? I'm no longer going to do practice anymore. When I say I'm no longer going to do practice, I mean involve it in the videos. So the videos in theory will just include qualifying and the race. There won't be any practice saga to it anymore, or certainly not for the short-term future anyway. I just want to try this to see if a shorter and sweeter video could increase numbers to the channel and to the video, because right now on average, we're hitting around the 5 to 10 mark on career mode videos at the moment. I want to get that up to about 10 or 20, or even into the 30s per video. Like, you know, other videos, certain videos are doing well on the channel, others are doing okay, and career mode videos, they do have a decent amount of views, but I want to get a few more views to the books. Like, most recent one came out a few days ago. Sorry, I'll do this again. The best so far 2019 career mode video, most viewed, has, let me just check. So, the most viewed video on my channel has so far 8 or 9 views in career mode, which is decent, So, obviously, that's not bad for, a channel like mine, Most of those are subscribers, by the way, but obviously, as I say, I want to see whether a shorter sort of format to sessions and to the video will make the video better. So effectively we're cutting out, you could say, I would say about 10 or 15 minutes of the video, or of the live streaming, effectively. I am going to do practice sessions, but I'm going to do it more in my own time, rather than do it, you know, in a video in one go. Like, yeah. And we'll see how it works. It may work well, it may work horrible. If you think you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. And yeah, I just want to see whether or not it will go down well. Hopefully it will. And yeah, we'll see. But at the end of the day, time for now round number 18 for the Mexican Grand Prix. A Grand Prix that since 2015, I've never been a great fan of this circuit. I don't know, it's something about here, like, don't get me wrong, Mexico, I don't mind Mexico. I love Mexican food, chili con carne, of course, brilliant food that is. But I don't know, just something about this circuit hasn't been quite right. I don't ever feel, I've never come to grips with it ever. But anyway, we're going to go out for our first lap, sort of, I guess, of the session in Q1 here. Obviously, 3 parts to qualifying, if anyone's new. Q1 is first 5 cars are eliminated with slowest time. Then, after Q1 is Q2. If you manage to get through Q2, the tyre that you did your fastest lap time on is the tyre that you'll start on in the race, so long you're inside the top 10. And then after Q2 is Q3, where is basically a shootout for pole position, of course. Obviously, have to get through all sessions first to get into the sessions, and one thing I've forgotten to do is change the engine here that we were running in practice, which could mean we're going to be down on power We're going to have to run it especially for this first lap. If I'm hopefully good enough, I could maybe luckily change it. I'm not too sure. But we'll see. But we're going to be down on power here, which isn't what we want. Pushing quite hard on this out lap here, which obviously, yeah, is something I don't do often. Alright, we'll back off just a tad here. Right, out of the final corner, let's go for it. So, long run down into turn one of the longest runs, in fact, probably the longest run of the entire calendar year as you head down into this turn one, hitting, again, top speeds of around 210, 215 miles per hour, then bounce the car through here, let the car run over the curbs, and, geez, don't do that, but basically I need to do something quickly first. I need to adjust this, just to give me a bit more room. There we go, so that's better. Right, sorry about that, guys. So, run over the curb, as I was saying, take a nice exit off that turn, then power the car down into the next turn, hit the apex. This is now where you want to get the car nice and tidy, nice and tight. Entry, get a nice exit off here, very important corner, then out of that corner, then into the sweeping left, then right, then left, then right hander, 6th gear through here, then left again, then it's a flat out left hander through there, until you get to this point of the circuit here where you come into the stadium section of the track. This is where the track becomes a bit narrow, a bit like Monaco, I guess you could argue. Then flow the car through the final corner and then run the car to the line. This is now where you're going to find out where you're good enough for. Right now we're P14. I'm sorry, P3. P14, jeez, that was a bit of a blunder. But P3 right now, of course, which isn't bad overall. Only around, what, 6/10 off the best lap time from Leclerc right now. By the way, there has been an update to the game, okay, on vehicle performance. Right now we are actually, believe it or not, the last in the vehicle performance charts now. We were actually second as of the end of last video. Now we're the last or the worst in the vehicle performance chart, but this midfield is so close, no joke. It would probably take only one good lap and you could be the full fastest car quite easily. Renault seems to have the advantage right now, but yeah, you know, right now we're last in that vehicle performance chart. But let's not focus on focus on that too much right now. Let's focus on what we've got here right now. Perez, wow, where did that come from? A 1:16.1. Of course, I imagine some top guys will be able to beat that, like Vettel, Leclerc, Hamilton, and Bottas. But very, very good from Sergio Perez in the Force India. Then I meant Racing Point. Sorry. Yeah, so that's a blistering time. But talking about blistering times, Lewis Hamilton absolutely smashes it with the 1:15.4 then there. So Lewis Hamilton setting a new lap, I guess, record here in terms of how quick he's going, setting the circuit on fire. Grandstand looking a bit empty there, I must say, for a Saturday quali here. Maybe that's why I don't like it, but yeah. So Lewis Hamilton absolutely smashing it right now. We are sat right now in 12th, not looking great. Just behind also our teammate with a bit of a faster lap time than there. So it's not going to be easy. We're not going to be able to change the engine just yet, unfortunately, because we just don't have enough time. And we're probably going to have to go again. And we need at least here, what, about I'd say half a second improvement, so yeah, it's not going to be easy. Right, we're going to go for now our second lap, so this will be the final lap and chance we have to get through into Q2 then here. So we've got to get the car in just the right place. But I think the main goal has to be out-qualifying our teammate right now. I'm feeling like I don't know, it just feels like this season for me is over to a degree. And my will... There we go. So I want to get out of the way here for Kevin Magnussen. So Magnussen right now is at the back. Whether or not he'll stay at the back is another question. So obviously our engine really getting warm. This engine is very much going to be down on power for this lap. I'll be surprised if we're able to get through here with this worn engine. So 12 seconds remaining. Should get across the line quite easily, but here we go then with the world's probably most worn engine on the grid right now, down into turn 1. Let's see how we do then. Up into 8th gear, and we're already a tenth down due to engine power, trying to make up a bit of time in the corners. And we certainly gained a lot there. So yeah, certainly gained a bit, half decent fair amount. Come on. So 2 tenths up on our best. Right now this has been certainly a slight better lap, not massive improvement, nothing spectacular coming out of the bag here. This is look like where we've made up the most time. So only a 2/10 improvement there. I don't think it'll be enough. Oh, it is enough. Oh, geez, that is a very lucky lap then. I honestly thought we didn't do enough there to get through, and we've somehow managed to get through. But look how close. It's between myself and Norris and George Russell. Only finest of margins then there. Literally very, very fine margins. Even Lance Stroll, less than a second splits myself and Lance Stroll. Less than a second splits less than a tenth of a second splits myself from Grosjean, in fact, as well. Wow, that just shows how, I guess, close things were. I think we're not going to be able to compete really here in Q3, so I don't feel there's much really we can do here for Q3. I feel like we should probably just save the engine and probably not go out, use it for practice at another Grand Prix. So that's going to be the end of our session, I think. I am tempted. Do we go for 1 lap? No, we don't. Sorry. No. It's just a no-no. I'm not going to set a lap time, so, right, there we go. No lap time, then they're set. Could we have got through? I don't want to say. It would have been really, really unpredictable. Based on Q1, okay? We could have probably done a quicker lap time, well, as good as maybe 12th. I don't feel there would have been much more than that. Maybe, I really don't think it would have been anything close to Q3. So, yeah. And that's a if. We can't even go on ifs. We've got to go, based on Q1, we would have got higher than 12th, but then that's if we set the same lap time as we did in Q1 as we would have done in Q2. That's a big if then. But anyway, so for the race, starting P15, not too bad. We can take free engine now, because we've already sort of taken the engine penalty last race, or what I recall. So effectively we can take a free engine here, which is always good. I wouldn't mind a free engine. Sometimes a free engine is the better way to go. P15, so yeah, did a okay job then there, I feel. We didn't do too bad. That's the way. Sorry, no, we didn't take engine last time, so gonna also put in some new parts for this race, which is good. So effectively that's all done, and then we'll get into the race. So just gotta select also a rival. We'll go for Lucas Weber here. I feel like that'd be the better rivalry. Right, here we go then for today's race at the Mexican Grand Prix. Now, in the past, okay, there has been a patch today, so I don't know whether grid penalties will be fixed, because this is something that needs fixing, is the grid penalty system right now. It clearly is not working in this edition of the game. So it still looks like we've still, in fact, it looks like we've been promoted as of things would go, and we're on our 6th engine or something. So yeah.
Map is good, but we need to learn the gears.
So not a demotion, it's a promotion for myself. Usually in real life F1 we'd probably be down somewhere below that, of course. But anyway, neither here or there. We'll take it until the game patch is fixed. We can't really do anything about it. We just have to go with it. But that's a real shame. I feel like ruining the game somewhat a little bit, because even though we started 15th, you know, realistically we should be starting like 20th or something. Certainly lower down. Like, I'm not going to let them through, of course. Yeah, I'm not that generous. Take it all as it comes. So warming up tyres here. It looks a bit overcast. Obviously no rain's expected for today's race anyway, so shouldn't see any rain during the race. So it should be a pretty plain and simple one-stop race strategy, but just feel like obviously when it's overcast, track temperature does cool down somewhat. Obviously got a better engine now, a brand new engine, so can practically run it full steam. Now, in terms of the number of engines we've taken this year, we've taken 6 every 4 races. We may take one for Abu Dhabi, we'll see, but I'm not too sure yet. Right now, as things currently stand, we'll have to probably take one for Abu Dhabi anyway, but I'm not too sure. It's a long race though, this one. One where somewhere in that region, like some early races, like Canada, 18 laps, I believe it is, or something like that. So it's a pretty hefty race distance, not the shortest of race distance, but nonetheless, here we go then for what is then the Mexican Grand Prix. Lights out and away we go. Not been the greatest start here at the Mexican Grand Prix. Obviously, we haven't really conquered starts this season yet, as things would happen to appear. But obviously such a long slipstream down into turn 1. Half dive bombing there, more or less half a field. So back up into P14, going down the inside of Lando Norris. That's P13 now. So we're up 1 position in this race. Now we're going to take to the inside line. I don't feel like there's enough room there for myself to really get involved, as we've been pushed out wide by Daniel Ricciardo, and we've just gone into the back of Nico Hulkenberg. We're just gonna use a simple flashback. It was my mistake getting a bit too leery on the inside, around the outside, sorry, but nonetheless, nice move on Ricciardo here, get that done, squeeze Ricciardo out, then that's us up into P12. So we're now more or less on the verge of already the points, and that's after one lap. So it's been a decent old race start here, not bad. Right, can we get it? No, not gonna risk that. Alright, here we go then. Here comes Ricciardo. I think Ricciardo's just about got me. Gonna push Ricciardo a bit out.
Try to keep focus.
And there we go. Get the car nicely in. And that's myself defending off P13. Daniel Ricciardo, who's obviously got that Renault engine. Probably just working a bit better, maybe, than our own engine right now. We're using Honda engines. I'm not saying Honda's bad or anything, but Honda certainly still don't have the best engine on the grid, by no means. Probably only on par with probably Renault right now, I would have thought and liked to have said. But yeah.
Let's use some of this energy. Increase the ERS deployment.
There we go. Let's move on. Hulkenberg now done. Hulkenberg will come back.
DRS is now enabled. Will be available to use when you are within 1 second of the car ahead in the DRS zone.
And we're now obviously just going down this straight. Gasly in 10th right now, struggling to get by all these cars up ahead, which aren't really doing too much faster than us. It's a train led by Lucas Weber here. So lap 3, and Gasly's up ahead. He's the first man in the points, and if we want any points today, he's the first man we've got to conquer. Sorry, we're not being led by Lucas Weber. Sorry, Carlos Sainz. Weber's in P9 right now for the Williams team. And again, that's another good race so far. Like,
Leading our teammate by 2.
Weber really is putting in the shift for Williams right now. So I think Williams have made a very smart choice to, you know, take Weber, but Weber and Sainz getting tangled up in one another's mess, and here we come. We're gonna get maybe 2 cars here for the price of 1 error here. Let's see, can we hold it around the outside on Sainz? We're gonna have the inside corner, and we've sort of barged off the track. There's Ricciardo now on the inside, so it's all getting a bit frosty, but we managed to hold on for P9 now. So obviously that's a fairly decent move. Got a bit bargy there on the inside as we went a bit deep in the corner. Sainz came back, and now we've just run a bit wide. This will certainly close Daniel Ricciardo up to the back of me. Right, time to get a good exit out of here.
Our tyre data is looking positive so
at
far.
the XR1, but I don't know whether or not this will be enough to hold on against Daniel Ricciardo, who's around half a second back than here. So strategy offering me a new strategy, pit a lap earlier, they're saying. But I'm gonna stay with the original lap 8 stop, because I feel we got decent strong pace here. I don't feel any need as Ricciardo come down the inside of me here. Ricciardo gonna be trying widen the last lap and just able to defend off Daniel Ricciardo there. Oh wow, that really made my heart beat, honestly. With Ricciardo will-to-will action then there, and we've just again got away now because Ricciardo sort of got pushed back after that failed attempt on me into the other guys in this part. So this should relieve a bit of pressure from my end for just maybe the next lap or so, and is a great chance for me to really go racing and hopefully chase after some of the guys in front. Gasly is now up into 10th, but Ricciardo getting the DRS, I believe, and a slipstream for good measure here, which obviously just gives, obviously, Ricciardo that bit of extra on the Red Bull. And Gasly having a very, very bad race here in this part of the race. Not good, as we looking to close the gap, but I feel these lot in front are just pulling away somewhat, and maybe a bit too fast for me at the moment, because it just don't look like we can gain, and that's the first mistake probably since lap 1 or lap 2 where we've probably actually made one. So yeah, we've been running pretty fairly strong up to this point. So obviously gonna use a flashback, why not? And now a haul of mistakes are starting to come. I'll use one more flashback for this lap. Alright, we need to gain. Let's try and find that in ourselves. Ability. So we're pulling away from the guys behind, outside the points.
We need to push now. Set ERS deployment to overtake. ERS to overtake. Some information on Gasly. They have an issue with their car. They're going to be slow. Gap to car in front is 2.4 seconds.
So Gasly going to be slow. Box this lap.
Pitting this lap then. Coming to the pits at the end of this lap.
Alright, let's go. We're gonna try the undercut. It's a strategy I've not opted for too much in the past, but feel it's worth a shout here. I want to get back into the fight where Weber and Raikkonen are. Obviously we're gaining a few points right now, which isn't bad.
Caution, caution. The virtual safety car.
Virtual safety car! Okay! Right, this is now where the race is about to get interesting. We're gonna gain. Oh, this is gonna be good. This is good for us, trust me. This has really shaken up the race. Sainz has come in, so Sainz is going to gain. We're going to gain as well. So yeah, we're all gonna gain here some decent positions,
VSC ending.
and
Going
virtual
green.
safety car
Maintain
is
positive
ending
delta
now.
until the green
So
flags.
effectively, we've
Okay,
gained.
slow down, slow down. Your delta is negative, which means you are too fast. Reduce your pace.
So,
Virtual safety car is
effectively,
ending. Maintain your pace
we've
until the
gained
green flag.
so
VSC
many
ending.
positions. Could this be the stroke of luck we need? Like, Viva came in, we came in also at the same time, so did Sainz. So yeah, Devon Butler's out of the race here, who's racing currently for McLaren. But yeah, really interesting. So Sainz may get decent points here. And now there's another yellow flag.
It's time to use some of this charge.
I don't really need to go fast here to gain from this. I only need to go at a reasonable pace. Because under VSC, it basically neutralizes the entire field.
Okay,
And yeah, so there's Raikkonen. We're going to be a lot closer.
The gap to the car
But
behind is
surprisingly, we're not in
180
front.
seconds.
So that's a real surprise for me. I thought we'd be in front. I know we didn't do the greatest lap, but yeah, we're a whole lot closer. I certainly gained, so overall we gained 2 seconds? Really? How does that work? Obviously, I know Gasly and there's still a ton of cars still to make their pit stops who haven't, so we're probably a lot higher than what we're looking actually at the moment. But
now running medium tires.
if nothing's really changed except the car, well, Weber's really just pulled out a gap on Raikkonen and we've closed on Raikkonen, then that's a bit of a letdown. Oh dear.
Alexander is in the pits. Alexander in the
Right,
pits.
should gain DRS anyway on this lap. So we're gonna now be into 9th, so we're well clear of the point. Sainz is in 10th. I don't think there's any now more cars to make pit stops, I'm not sure. So it looks like we haven't gained from this. We probably gained less pressure from behind. And we're probably now able to gain a bit more in front on Raikkonen, but yeah, otherwise we haven't really gained anything from it all. I'm surprised at that. Maybe if we pushed a bit harder, we would have been in front of Raikkonen right now. Anyway, time to overtake Raikkonen now.
Okay, battery's looking good. You can use overtake to get past.
Alright, 18.5. Let's go. So Raikkonen gonna just be giving us a nice tow here.
We're catching the car ahead, but be aware that these tyres need to last till the end of the race.
Here we go, I'm going to go for it. No, not close. I was going to go for it, but then I decided to back out, play a bit more smarter than this, find a good section where we're strong. I feel like we're really strong through here. Unless we do a silly error like that. Clearly, Raikkonen will obviously get away. So, yeah, don't want to do that again. we're certainly a lot closer this time through here. Right, we're going to gain a toe again.
10 now. Keep it up.
Kimmy. Here we go. Here we go. This is it. Going to go round the outside. Breeze past Kimi Räikkönen. Down into turn 1. Easy as you like. So that's us up into 8th. Gaining 4 points here. Balls really just running a bit deep. Right, let's see whether or not we can catch Weber here. I want to catch Weber, but I don't know whether we can. The 2.9 is the gap. We'll see if we can get that down to, let's say, 2 seconds in the next maybe lap or 2. I think the hunt is on.
Battery charge is high. Let's increase ERS.
If it stays around the same gap, or goes up just like that, I think we're going to be battling with Kimi here. And this time Räikkönen paying me back for the move I did earlier on him. Räikkönen will have a bit more DRS now. But we will be able to come back here.
The energy store is getting reducing our overall capacity. The more charge you hold, the faster that capacity will drop.
Literally, the DRS straight here today has been so powerful, especially if you've got within about half a second you need to be. It's like a lethal weapon. Honestly, very, very powerful, the DRS today.
There's 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Right, even when you're not within half a second, this is just what it does. Right, we're 6.1 back, so right, we're not in half a second, but just look how much we're going to gain here. We'll certainly line ourselves up for the next straight, and even possibly Räikkönen even went defensive there because he knew we had such a speed. He was making sure that door wasn't left open. And even down this straight, Räikkönen goes a bit defensive with touch. We've made touch with Kimi. And yeah, obviously, hopefully no damage on either of the cars. I don't think there is, which is good, but Kimi won't like that. So this battle between myself and Kimi's taken a bit of a new turn to it. Running wide, and we're now struggling with the car. So it weren't done intentionally.
Plenty of energy. Switch to overtake.
I
and
just
have a go.
tried to dive bomb Kimi. Didn't really work. I'm going to take as my fault, that error by the way, because I tried to dive bomb Kimi and Kimi shut the door, so I feel like that is more my fault than Kimi's. Overall, feel like that's a very fair equation to that. And Tom Kimi, don't go defensive. Rear ends get a bit slippy as the tyres are getting older and older. Wow, a bit wide there. It's been a decent race though, this one, I feel. One of the better ones. Overall, one of the least mistakes as well. Nice, decent racing. Had a bit of action, a VSC. It's been a good race actually. And yeah, it's saying, don't get me wrong, it doesn't change my opinion about the circuit of Mexico. But yeah, you know, it does certainly, in the game, you know, been a very decent run or race here we've ran. Yeah, teammate status.
We're leading our teammate by 12.7 seconds.
So 12.7 seconds.
Speed time last lap was a 1:20.3.
So teammate is quite far back. We're still actually doing personal best to a degree in certain sectors. This lap certainly not done personal best. Ugh. Keep on doing that, going wide at that one turn.
Energy, increase the
That's probably what's keeping us in touching distance of Raikkonen actually. That's game over. We have one more charge. Let's go. Let's try and rail in Kimmy.
You've lost some time to the car behind.
Here we go then, let's go, let's go. So this is the final push. I'm not, if we don't get this in the next half lap, this is it. So we've got to get Raikkonen here. I'm not going to push anymore after this segment, so got to make it work. Come on, let's get it. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Yes! That was a brilliant middle sector. Gonna now hopefully just get a nice clean run through here. That's all we need. No! Sorry about that, guys. So, big spin there. Press also wrong button at the same time. But anyway, let's go again.
This is your final lap of the race.
Final lap then of the race. So this is where things have to change. And it looks like we've got such amazing speed. Raikkonen's locked up. But he will get a decent drive off the corner. Someone's yellow flag ahead of us. So gonna have to no overtaking in this section. Oh, balls. I'm gonna take it. I'll leave Raikkonen his what you call it, P7. We'll take the P8. It's 4 points. That's what really we came here. If you gave me 4 points at the start of the weekend, I wouldn't be too dissatisfied with that.
Less than a lap
Yeah.
of fuel now. The tank
Teammate status, and it's Charles Leclerc,
is 15.
your race
5
winner.
seconds. They're on old mediums. They're in 13th. The time last lap was a 1 minute 20.
As we come through the final sector, bit sloppy really. Sainz is gonna probably finish a second behind in the end. There we go. So P8 then.
Take care of the
Wow,
car on the way
what a race actually then. It wasn't a bad one, I don't think, today. Certainly the best we've had for quite some time. First points we've had since Belgium. So yeah,
it's a great win.
That was a pretty decent race, I think, personally.
That gave them the edge over the competition today.
Ferrari, another win, another great win then there. Obviously, Charles Leclerc, can he still win the championship? It's not going to be easy, but yeah, we get 8th. Celebrating there, of course, as you'd expect.
A thrilling race and a
Vettel comes home in 2nd to just extend his championship lead in a way over the 2 silver cars.
Come out on top once again.
But it's a win for the man from Monte Carlo. A podium for Vettel and for Hamilton. But it looks like Vettel is on his way to World Championship glory in Season 1 of Career Mode.
Quick look at how the
Then here.
Have changed. Our championship leader is still
yeah,
at the top of the standings, but their rivals have made up some
in terms of lap times, well, we weren't that bad actually today. We were up there. We were up there. And we get driver of the day, by the way, which is good, yes. But yeah, we were up there then. So we deserve points today. Teammate 13th. That's actually probably the best he's finished all season. Gasly 12th. Verstappen 5th. Some 10 seconds off, but yeah, it's a Ferrari 1-2. The points, as they now currently lie, Charles Leclerc up to now 2nd position, 36 points he lay behind his teammate, as his teammate Vettel looking very much in command of this championship, so long as there's no reliability problems. In the last 3 Grand Prix, then I don't really see a way back for the opposition. And the earliest Vettel can actually win the championship is probably Brazil, so long he has 2 decent races, well, 1 decent race next time out. But yeah, looking ever so much more and more in the hands of Sebastian Vettel here and Scuderia Ferrari, who are certainly now just stretching their legs. In terms of the constructors, well, once again, as I say, the constructors is just a very similar story to the drivers. Certainly a few more points on offer here, 43 points, and only 47 splitting the 2, so Ferrari only in theory have a 1 race advantage plus 4 points, but still very much in the hands of Scuderia Ferrari. And again, the earliest they can win the championship is Brazil. So yeah, looking very good for Vettel, very good for Ferrari, and yeah, looking very good. In terms of us, well, we take a bit of a step further from McLaren, who are still sat on 18 points, last place in the championship, and the Williams 31 points, a bit further up the road. I think the best we can really do is compete with Williams if possible. Only 6 points right now separating us. So yeah, 14 points back to McLaren from Williams. So looks like McLaren losing ground now, but we gotta remember that is McLaren. You know, they only need 1 good race with Butler and Norris, and they could be back in this. So yeah, it's very, very close. It's going to be between us, Williams, and McLaren for the worst position on the grid, fighting out, you could argue, for the wooden spoon. But yeah. So, hope you've obviously enjoyed that race. I certainly did there. As I say, the race was pretty good. Doesn't change my opinion of the track. I think the track is still pretty dull.
I'm sure you're pretty happy with that.
But it's certainly a good race that was. And yeah, that's what we want. How do I think he'll react? Well, he said about reliability, so I'm gonna say that.
You really looked in control of your car out there. Your team must be thrilled.
So again, saying something positive to get my Toro reputation up more and more. Just building that number one status in my team really at the moment. Obviously, yeah, that's what we want. We want to be the number one driver, undisputed almost as well. Because, you know, thing is, okay, don't want to be a disputed number one. Want to be the number one at the moment, and yeah. So we've also met our team's objective, finish 15th or better, so we've gained extra 500 resource points there, which is very, very good indeed. So yeah, obviously things are good. Now, obviously, last time I did do that, but for whatever reason it didn't save them. Not sure whether that's the issue. We have to look into, but gonna be able to save all our parts here, and yeah, for next season in that department. So there's no issues there. Okay, more or less, them things are more or less all done. Yeah, obviously no planned upgrades. I don't really want to upgrade this car till next season. I want to have a nice lump sum just to upgrade it next season, going into the first race. And more or less started, I guess, a bit like from fresh, but also just with these new parts, you know, on the car. I'm going to select tyres, and then that'll be all for today, of course, here then, which is good, of course. So yeah, get obviously the tyres selected, going for the softest options available to us for today's, for the USA Grand Prix, which will be probably about tomorrow, which is Thursday. I think it's Thursday tomorrow, or Friday, of course. So yeah, also other videos that are coming out soon. I'm doing a driver transfer, talking about the possible driver transfers for 2020 and who's going where. So that should come out in the next few days or weeks. So yeah, you know, look out for that. Okay, and yeah, of course. Yeah, just follow, subscribe, like, and share, and follow the channel, and enjoy the content that's available on this channel. There is a lot of it. Yeah, so that is obviously something I'm proud of. So yeah, in terms of championship now, we lay currently also 22nd, sorry, 12th in that championship. Still, Albon has no points. Kubica, who ain't even racing anymore, has 2 points. But look how good Lucas Weber's already done for Williams. He's got them practically so many points. If we actually compare, don't want to compare Weber to, you know, Kubica. So Kubica's average race result, and same with Russell. So Russell did get some decent results. He got 8th, a few 8th places so far this season. In fact, he's got 3 8th places, okay, and a 10th place, I think, somewhere down the line. But I know he got a few 8ths and, yeah, 1 10th. He went on that nice run of, how many? 4 consecutive point scores in a row, which wasn't bad indeed. Look at Weber though, straight in the Williams car. Okay, Weber was doing well in the Alpha as well, but straight in the Williams car, and he's picked up 2 points finishes, 12 points within the last 2 Grand Prix, which is quite fundamentally amazing. I know obviously retirement helped him out in that race, but otherwise he was still on for a very decent points haul there. 6 points. Sorry, 16 points in the last 2 races. So that just shows how much he's improved, done well at that Williams team. Like, I know the car has been upgraded quite spectacularly, especially recently, as you'll see quickly here. But yeah, 12 points. That's a very good run of point scoring positions, and it's paying off for them right now. Obviously, yeah. So very, very good for them, obviously. Still, anyway, that's today's video. Subscribe, like, and share. I hope this video has been a bit different, and I hope you've liked sort of like that changed format that I've done today. And I hope you'll subscribe, like, and share. Click that bell icon every time I upload and go live. You'll be notified. And until the next video, see you all next time for another video of the F1 2019 career mode. Until then, goodbye.